Good evening. You're watching News Tonight on Sabha TV. I am Tina Jha. Before we go over to the headlines of the day, Sabha TV appeals to all its viewers to continue to take precautions in order to stay safe from the COVID-19 pandemic. Wear face masks, wash your hands and face regularly, and don't forget to maintain physical distancing each time you step outside. Remember, even though the vaccination drive has begun, we must continue to maintain COVID-appropriate behavior to defeat the ongoing pandemic. And now let's get you the top stories of the day. In his address to the nation on the eve of Republic Day, President Ramnath Kovind praises Indian scientists for developing COVID vaccines in record time, urges people to make vaccination drive a success. India will protect its national interests at all costs, asserts the President. Reiterates India's commitment to peace, says our defense forces ready to thwart any threat to national security. India's military might to be on display at Republic Day parade tomorrow. Glimpses of culture of 17 states on display, activities of 15 ministries and departments also part of extravaganza. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu greets citizens on the eve of Republic Day. On National Voters' Day, President Kovind calls India's democracy a model for the entire world, praises the Election Commission for successfully conducting elections during the COVID-19 pandemic. And Prime Minister Modi interacts with winners of Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar awardees, tells them to aspire to bigger achievements, stresses that humility is as important as attaining success. President Ramnath Kovind addressed the nation on the eve of Republic Day. In his address, he saluted the soldiers guarding our borders and also paid tributes to the ones who sacrificed their lives in the line of duty. The President said that 2020 was a year that taught us some very important lessons. The President said, despite adversities of nature, numerous other challenges and COVID-19 pandemic, our farmers sustained agricultural production. He asserted that the government is fully committed to the welfare of farmers.
Every Indian salutes our farmers who have made our vast and populous country self-reliant in food grains and dairy products. Despite adversities of nature, numerous other challenges and the COVID-19 pandemic, our farmers sustained the agricultural production. A grateful nation is fully committed to the welfare of our farmers. Economic reforms have continued apace and have been supplemented by long-pending reforms in the areas of labor and agriculture through legislation. The path to reform at the initial stages may cause misapprehensions. However, it is beyond doubt that the government remains singularly devoted to farmers' welfare.
The President said from freezing cold at Siachen and Galwan Valley in Ladakh to scorching heat in Jaisalmer on land, in the skies and at the vast coastal areas, our soldiers are vigilant every moment.
The brave soldiers of the armed forces ensure security of our national boundaries amid severest conditions. From the freezing cold at Siachen and Galwan Valley in Ladakh, with temperatures as low as -50 to 60 degrees Celsius, to the scorching heat in Jaisalmer with temperatures as high as 50 degrees Celsius on land, in the skies and at the vast coastal areas, Our warriors are vigilant every moment. Every citizen feels proud about the bravery, patriotism, and the spirit of sacrifice among our soldiers.
Hailing the scientists, the president said they have been working day and night decoding the coronavirus and have succeeded in developing the vaccine against it in record time.
Our scientists have been working day and night for decoding the coronavirus, and they have succeeded in developing the vaccine in record time. With this accomplishment, our scientists have added a glorious chapter of contribution to the well-being of humanity. Our scientists, along with doctors, administrators, and people from other walks of life, have made major contribution in containing the virus and keeping the fatality rate lower in our country. A self-reliant India has manufactured its own vaccine for COVID-19 and is now undertaking a mass vaccination drive, which will be the largest exercise of its kind in history. The administration and health services are working with full readiness to make this exercise a success.
The president added that the government's self-reliant schemes are turning now into a people's movement, leading to employment generation.
Converting a crisis into an opportunity, the Prime Minister gave a call of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, or Self-Reliant India Mission. Our vibrant democracy, our enterprising and talented fellow citizens, especially the youth, energize our efforts in shaping a self-reliant India. The demand for goods and services in the country, the domestic efforts to meet them, and the use of modern technology in such efforts are strengthening Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan.
The president also lauded the valor of Indian forces and said the country faced an expansionist move on its borders in June last year, but the valiant soldiers foiled it.
The past year was a time of adversity, and it came from many fronts. We faced an expansionist move on our borders, but our valiant soldiers foiled it. To achieve this objective, 20 of them had to lay down their lives. The nation shall remain grateful to those brave soldiers. Though we reiterate our commitment to peace, our defense forces, Army, Air Force, and Navy are adequately mobilized in a well-coordinated move to thwart any attempt to undermine our security. Our national interest will be protected at all costs. We have also ensured a widespread understanding in the international community of India's firm and principled stand. India is moving forward and taking its rightful place in the world.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also wished people on the eve of Republic Day. He said India's constitutional values are the basic principles for creation of an enlightened citizenship that is essential for deepening our democratic roots. In a message, he said, and I quote, "On this occasion, we should reaffirm our commitment towards the Constitution and founding principles of our Republic based on the cherished ideals of liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice for all." He said India is brimming with potential, surging ahead on the path of all-round development that is inclusive and sustainable. He also asked citizens to celebrate the achievements of our Republic and resolve to build a more self-confident and self-reliant India that continues its age-old tradition of contributing to world peace and inclusive, sustainable development, unquote. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that this year's Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar Awards are special as the recipients earned them during the unprecedented, difficult times of the COVID-19 pandemic. Interacting with the young awardees through video conferencing, the Prime Minister acknowledged the role of children in major behavior change campaigns like the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. He said, when children got involved in campaigns like hand wash during Corona times, the campaign caught the imagination of people and also achieved massive success. The Prime Minister also said that when a small idea is supported by the right action, the results are impressive.
प्यारे बच्चों, आपने जो काम किया है, आपको जो पुरस्कार मिला है, वो इसलिए भी खास है क्योंकि आपने ये सब कुछ कोरोना काल में किया है। इतनी कम उम्र में भी आपके ये काम हैरान कर देने वाले हैं। कोई खेल के क्षेत्र में देश का नाम रोशन कर रहा है, कोई तो अभी से ही रिसर्च और इनोवेशन कर रहा है। आप में से ही कल देश के खिलाड़ी, देश के वैज्ञानिक, देश के नेता, देश के बड़े बड़े सीईओज भारत का गौरव बढ़ाने की एक परंपरा दिखाई देगी।
The Prime Minister advised the children not to rest on their laurels and urged them to continue striving for better results in their lives. He also asked the children to commit to the 3 pledges of consistency, country, and humility.
मैं चाहूंगा कि आप इन सारी बातों को जरूर महत्व देंगे, लेकिन मैं कुछ 3 बातें और जोड़ना चाहता हूं। पहले, निरंतरता का संकल्प, यानी आपके काम की गति कभी रुकनी नहीं चाहिए, कभी शिथिल नहीं पड़नी चाहिए। जब भी एक काम पूरा हो तो उसके आगे नया सोचते ही रहना चाहिए। दूसरी बात मैं कहूंगा, देश के लिए संकल्प। जो काम करे वो सिर्फ अपना काम मान करके न करे। मेरा काम, मेरे लिए काम, ये सोच हमारे दायरे को बहुत सीमित कर देती। आप सभी सोचिएगा, ऐसा क्या करें कि देश और आगे बढ़े। और तीसरी बात मैं जरूर कहना चाहूंगा, वो है विनम्रता का संकल्प। हर एक सफलता के साथ आपको और ज्यादा विनम्र होने का संकल्प लेना चाहिए।
32 children from 21 states and union territories have been awarded the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar 2021 for their exceptional abilities and outstanding accomplishments in the fields of innovation, scholastics, sports, art and culture, social service and bravery. 7 awards have been given in the field of art and culture, 9 for innovation and 5 for scholastic achievements. While several children have won in the sports category, 3 have been felicitated for bravery, while 1 child has been honored for her effort in the field of social service. India's 72nd Republic Day event will be curtailed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This year, only 25,000 people will be allowed to watch the parade on Rajpath, out of which 4,500 tickets are reserved for the general public. For the first time in 55 years, there will also be no chief guest at this year's Republic Day parade. The marching contingents will only have 96 participants compared to 144 in the ordinary course. The parade route will also be shorter. Here's a detailed report on how the parade this time is going to be.
The 72nd Republic Day event will miss out on some long-standing traditions due to the COVID-19 situation. For the first time in 55 years, the event will be without a foreign dignitary as a chief guest. This after British Prime Minister Boris Johnson cancelled his visit due to the rapid rise of COVID-19 cases in the United Kingdom. The number of spectators is reduced to 25,000 from 150,000 allowed last year. Only 4,000 people from the general public will be allowed. Rest of the spectators will be VVIP and VIP guests. The number of media persons too has been cut from 300 to 200. The parade will also be shorter this year. Instead of marching up to the Red Fort, the parade will end at National Stadium. Only the tableau will go to the Red Fort. The size of the marching contingent from the armed forces and paramilitary will be smaller. These squads will only have 96 participants compared to 144 in the ordinary course. The Veterans Parade by ex-servicemen and women and motorcycle stunts are cancelled. No children below the age of 15 will be allowed at the India Gate lawns. Thermal screening will be conducted at all entry points, and for those running temperature will be isolated immediately in resting booths. While the ongoing pandemic has forced significant changes in this year's program, the highlights of this year's parade include the newly inducted Rafale jets, which will be part of different formations during the flypast. Flight Lieutenant Bhavna Kant will become the first woman fighter pilot to take part in the Republic Day parade. This year, a 122-member contingent from Bangladesh's armed forces will be part of the ceremony to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the 1971 Indo-Pak War that led to the creation of Bangladesh. Among the 32 tableaux in the parade, the Union Territory of Ladakh will be participating for the first time. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
A total of 946 police personnel have been awarded medals on the occasion of the Republic Day 2021. The total awardees include 207 gallantry and 739 service medal awardees. Among the gallantry awards, 2 President's Police Medals for gallantry have been awarded posthumously to ASI Banwa Orain of Jharkhand and ASI Mohan Lal of the CRPF. Among the service medals, 89 personnel were awarded the President's Police Medal for Distinguished Service and 650 personnel were awarded the Police Medal for Meritorious Service. And on the eve of Republic Day, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh launched a revamped version of the Gallantry Awards portal, www.gallantryawards.gov.in. This portal will serve as a one-stop virtual platform to honour the immortal contribution of the fearless gallantry awardees of India. Also speaking on the occasion, the Defence Minister hailed the significant role played by the gallantry awardees in not only securing the nation but also inspiring the future generations of the country to contribute towards protecting the motherland. He further stated that in the coming years, the Gallantry Awards portal shall transform as an interactive, participative and dynamic platform that shall instill a sense of patriotism and devotion among the citizens, especially the youth of the country.
पर इस पोर्टल के कारण वे जानकारियां अब 24/7 यह सदैव हमको उपलब्ध रहेंगी, जिनसे हमारे देशवासी, खासकर युवा वर्ग, जुड़े रह सकेंगे और यह हमारे नौजवानों में जानकारियों के साथ साथ देशभक्ति की भी भावना का संचार करेगा.
In gallantry awards that were announced on the eve of Republic Day, Colonel Santosh Babu, who lost his life in the Galwan Valley clash in June last year, has been awarded the Mahavir Chakra posthumously. Among the Padma Awards, one of the highest civilian awards of the country, announced on the eve of Republic Day, former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and late SP Balasubramaniam have been awarded the Padma Vibhushan. Late Chief Minister of Assam Tarun Gogoi and late Union Minister Ramvilas Paswan were awarded the Padma Bhushan in the honours list. Sumitra Mahajan, Keshubhai Patel, Nripendra Mishra and Kalbe Sadiq have been awarded the Padma Bhushan. This year, the President has approved the conferment of 119 Padma Awards. The list includes 7 Padma Vibhushan, 10 Padma Bhushan and 102 Padma Shri Awards. 29 of the awardees are women. The list also includes 10 persons from the category of foreigners, NRI, PIO, OCI, 16 posthumous awardees and 1 transgender awardee as well. In some other news now, Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said on Monday that the farmers' agitation would end soon, adding that the government's proposal to suspend the farm laws for 1 to 1.5 years is the best offer made by the government and the farmers should reconsider it.
26 जनवरी हमारा गणतंत्र दिवस है. इस दिन के अलावा किसी और दिन को भी चुना जा सकता था, लेकिन उन्होंने आंदोलन की घोषणा की। अब पुलिस प्रशासन उनसे बातचीत करके शांतिपूर्वक वो आयोजन संपन्न हो जाए और किसी प्रकार की दुर्घटना न हो, ये चिंता किसान यूनियन की भी है, चिंता प्रशासन की, पुलिस की भी है।
President Ramnath Kovind on Monday inaugurated the 11th National Voters' Day event in New Delhi via video conferencing. Addressing the event, the president hailed the architects of India's constitution for giving equal voting rights to all citizens without any discrimination. In fact, he also praised the Election Commission for ensuring free and fair elections even during the COVID-19 pandemic.
President Ramnath Kovind reminded the people to respect their valuable right to vote, noting that people around the world have struggled a lot for it. Inaugurating the National Voters' Day virtually, President Kovind confirmed the national awards for the year 2020-21. He also launched the Election Commission of India's web radio, Hello Voters, an online digital radio service.
भारत की चुनाव प्रक्रिया के सफल संचालन से प्रेरित होकर विश्व के अनेक देशों ने हमारी चुनाव प्रणाली का अध्ययन करने में रुचि दिखाई है.
President Kovind said that India's democratic institutions are being strengthened. He also praised the Election Commission for conducting successful and safe elections in Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh last year during the COVID-19 pandemic.
कोविड महामारी के दौरान भी सुगम, समावेशी एवं सुरक्षित चुनाव कराने के अपने ध्येय के अनुरूप निर्वाचन आयोग ने विस्तृत दिशा निर्देश तैयार किए.
Law and Justice Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad unveiled the new digital voter ID card, e-Epic, on the occasion. He lauded the Election Commission for using the technology to empower the voters.
An ordinary Indian knows that we can unseat any political party, howsoever popular, and any political leader, howsoever popular, from their office, be it center or in the state. If you perform, you are rewarded.
The theme for this year's National Voters' Day is making our voters empowered, vigilant, safe and informed. It also focuses on the Commission's commitment towards conducting elections safely during the COVID-19 pandemic. Ravindra Singh Chauhan's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi also praised the Election Commission for conducting free, fair and smooth elections. In a Twitter message, the Vice President said that the right to vote is not only a hard-won privilege, but also a sacred duty towards the nation, the Constitution, and overall the democracy. He appealed to the citizens to elect leaders based on 4 C's, which he described as character, capacity, caliber, and conduct. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that National Voters' Day is an occasion to appreciate the remarkable contribution of the Election Commission to strengthen our democratic fabric and ensure smooth conduct of elections. In an exclusive conversation with Rajya Sabha TV on National Voters' Day, Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora said that a research project on remote voting using cutting-edge technology has already begun. Take a look at this detailed report filed by my colleague Kriti Mishra.
Speaking exclusively to Rajya Sabha TV, Chief Election Commissioner of India, Sunil Arora, said that Election Commission has collaborated with IIT Madras to work on a new technology which will allow electors to vote from faraway cities without going to designated polling station of their constituencies. The encrypted remote votes so cast will once again be validated at the pre-counting stage to ensure that they have neither been decrypted nor tampered with or replaced. Arora also said that the Election Commission has launched e-Epic, or Electronic Electoral Photo Identity Card, a non-editable and secure PDF version of the Electoral Photo Identity Card for the voters. E-Epic can be downloaded on a mobile phone or a computer and can be digitally stored.
It is primarily meant for the young voters, assuming that the younger people are far more, relatively more IT savvy than, say, even my own generation. So, in fact, if you don't mind,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to read out to you that this was released today in the function, in the annuity function, that this is a move by the Commission to provide ease of access to voters and will be downloadable on mobile or in self-printable form on the computer. You don't have to keep a physical card in your pocket. If you want to keep it's up to you. But you have everything in your mobile. Like these days when you go to the airport, you do web check-in.
Yes.
Mobile has actually taken over so many applications in real life. And now Election Commission has also ventured in this direction.
The National Voters' Day is celebrated annually on 25th January to observe the formation of the Election Commission of India in 1950. The event is celebrated to increase the enrollment of voters in the country with a special focus on newly eligible citizens for the same.
या वोटर हेल्पलाइन मोबाइल ऐप पर जाएं।
Kriti Mishra, Rajya Sabha TV.
Moving on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday addressed the Global Climate Adaptation Summit 2021. He said climate adaptation is the key element in India's developmental efforts. Listen in.
It is a key element for India's development efforts. We have promised ourselves that we will not just meet our Paris Agreement targets, but exceed them. We will not just arrest environmental degradation, but reverse it. And we will not just create new capacities, but make them an agent for global good.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has lauded the scientists of the Defence Research Development Organization for taking India very close to self-reliance in missile technology, calling it a matter of national pride. Inaugurating 2 new facilities at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Missile Complex in Hyderabad, the Vice President said India is trying to shift its status from one of the largest importers of defence products to one of the top exporters of defence items. He also asked the DRDO to focus more on futuristic defence technologies.
The Government of India took quick action to minimize the adverse effect of the pandemic. With the support of the people, we have been able to contain the spread of the novel coronavirus in our country. Scientists too raised awareness time and came up with vaccine in record time. We must really appreciate their great efforts. I am hopeful that very soon vaccine will reach every citizen of India and the pandemic will end.
The Vice President also praised the DRDO for its wholehearted support in the fight against coronavirus by providing many innovative technology solutions. He also lauded the scientists involved with vaccine development for making COVID-19 vaccine in record time. He also expressed hope that the vaccine will reach every Indian very soon.
We are moving towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. That is the most satisfying thing to hear from all of you. The aim of developing a comprehensive range of indigenous missiles for all the 3 defence forces. The scientists and technologists of DRDO have started the integrated guided missile development program.
And that's it from us in this bulletin. But before we leave, Rajya Sabha TV once again appeals to all its viewers to continue to take precautions in order to stay safe from the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Continue to wear face masks, wash your hands and face regularly, and also maintain physical distancing each time you step outside. Remember, these simple precautions by us are all that it takes to defeat the pandemic. Take care of yourselves and your families. Good night. Thank you for your time.